Hello once again, welcome to 5DARPast. I'm your host, Immortal Blank, and I'm here with an actual episode. And I assure you, this is no joke. And not just because I got the cease and desist letter to let FOMO have their job back. I don't really care. So, for the sheer thrill of it, I'm taking things a step further. With my non-competitive history, I'll be judging the plays of the players, and all for your amusement and my personal enjoyment. Though, honestly, I can't believe people want to hear my sarcastic ass do this, but I did get Dika's permission, and I guess I'm doing this now. But let's not forget our sponsor, Wicked Phantom Dealer, who's insisting you buy his packs because who else would you buy from? That's right, him. Alright, enough of that, let's dive into the duels. Now, the first ever duel of the new season, starring Benny. The stakes? Nothing much. Oh, you won't believe it though. It's his love life on the line, folks. Winning grants him and the group safe passage through thunderous territory. But it also means he'll remain single, keeping my ship of Benjen safe, and if that doesn't happen, I will riot. But on the other hand, losing means we're in for an isekai love subplot, and I'm not here for that. The duel starts, and Benny seems fine, going with the classic end set, reminiscent of the T-Pass set we're all familiar with now. But how will his opponent respond? Wait, what is that? Phantasm Seeker. Oh god, 1900 attack one already. I'm beginning to nervous. It obliterates Benny's face down and sets one in the back row. And now, let me tell you, it's not even turn 3 and the flirting is already so strong. Ooh, Benny draws and activates brain control. This is a big shift in momentum, taking that 1900 beater, leaving him wide open. And oh god, he tribute summons it for Fiendish Panda? What is this? Those 2,550 attack points do not mess around, people. Here goes for the direct attack, but it's blocked by Kunai with Chain. Words, because with only 1,200 defense points, his opponent's newly summoned lizard will get over it easily. But oh, that's a masterful play. Coming back with the Call of the Haunted that's been since turn 1. Bringing the beast back. Puts his opponent on guard, and all they can do now is set one in the back row. Now what will Benny do? And he summons Blade Rabbit in attack position. I think this is a misplay, but he is sticking with it. He moves to battle phase, where a yellow cannon horn stacks under the lizard, increasing its attack to 2,800 for the rest of the turn, truly showcasing the power of the stacking mechanic. With that attack boost, Benny has no choice but to end his turn. His opponent sets a monster and goes to attack Blade Rabbit. But you guys, you have to see this play with me.
You fool! Dodge Defender!
Oh no. That was not what I thought you had on the field.
I was so nervous.
That was not the trap I thought you had played.
Hilarious.
Oh no.
I love gameplay.
Panda.
It's like one monster in your
gave
field.
him-
During the turn, your opponent can only designate the monster as an attack target, and your monster must attack with the selected monster and all face-up monsters. Luckily, he doesn't have any more, but uh-oh.
I gave Friendly Panda an order, and he's gonna fulfill it.
As Raitoka turns and attacks it instead, he will be taking 1150 from that, I think, or is it 900? 1, 2, 3, 4, 950 from that.
And you know, that's it. Some easy cleanup using Blade Rabbit to remove that set monster, which turns out to be Shining Angel, which doesn't get its effect off because it's Blade Rabbit removing it. It's not by battle. And with a direct attack from Panda, it's very clear who the winner of this duel is. With a Simple back row set, and a Sparkman to clear the Blade Rabbit. This duel is all but wrapped up. With a face-up defense summon of Nimble Kappa Beaver, you'll get to see the power of this archetype with a special summon of Nimble Ruby Panda to, believe it or not, the Spell Trap Zone. For those lost, listen to this real quickly.
When this card is summoned, this is any kind of summon, it can be placed in your Spell Trap Zone. While there can only be attacked or targeted with an effect if there's no other monster in front of it on your side of the field in the same column. While there's a monster on your field in the same column as this monster, this card can attack twice in the same battle phase, because these are still technically considered monsters and summons. During the end phase, if this card did 1,000 or more damage to your opponent's life points, draw a card.
We're back to the action, where we see a set from the opponent, but with nothing else, is taken out by the Beast. Benny takes Shining Angel, and my ship stays afloat for one more day, with Benny with a 1-0 record currently. Next up, we have Taliesin, taking on some woman, who wants to hitch a ride back to the academy because Spirit World taxes apparently suck. She starts the duel off, summoning Bubble Man, who being the only homie in the hometown, draws 2 cards. With 1 in the back row, turn ends. Taliesin summons Wicked Shadow Buyer and has 2 in the back row, and ends it there. Very cool, unable to pop the dirty bubble. The woman causes Bubble Man to become edgier than Blade Ruin, and becomes extra hero Neon Bubble Man from a Metamorphosis top deck. And clears the field with Harpy's Feather Duster, but at least Taliesin gets a change to chain Zero Gravity, causing the positions to switch, giving him a defense, but a moment of silence. As yet another fake trap goes to the graveyard, unused, unactivated. Now for the grieving. It looks like this woman also has a Phantasm Seadro and destroys the buyer. It's not looking good for Taliesin, who only gets a T-set off and passes. Oh god, this woman has an answer for everything. Tribute to the Doom? But Taliesin has a counter with Magic Drain, which goes off. She backs it up with a summon of Mermaid Archery Girl and goes into battle. And yes, Taliesin, yes! A Cyber Valley, which ends the battle phase and gets a draw. Now let's see what he does. He's not doing anything. Give me a moment. Sorry, Taliesin. I thought this was my brick, but apparently it's yours. Please, take it. Yeah, I'm not gonna throw the brick like I did the cease and desist. I have standards. Taliesin sets a monster. Woman goes next and decides to just set a monster too, but full force the attack. Taliesin's definitely on the back foot and activates Epic Tales of the Heroic Legacy and decides to deck thin a little by grabbing a Babysitter Goat Fawn and adds it to hand. And summons, what is this? A Starship Falcon Bee. It attacks the face down, but it triggers its effect, summoning Gradius from the graveyard. Could this be the defense he needs to survive but one more turn with this meat shield? Sadly though, the attack still connects with a yellow cannon horn, which has too much booty defense to be destroyed. Alright, woman's turn now, and she gets the first synchro summon of the series and attacks for game. Thankfully though, she doesn't take a card from our dear Taliesin, and instead gives one of the dreaded 1900 attack point beaters of Seadra. Not the best start to the series with a 0-1, but there's already room for improvement by buying packs off of our sponsored Wicked and Phantom dealer. So don't forget, support our boy Taliesin. Now, the last duel is Gregor versus some shadow control guy with the lowest stakes yet. Just some normal life or death duel. You know, this is common stuff here. The shadow guy does the casualty set and passes the turn. How lame. Now our boy, though, summons Gamble Bunny. And god do I love a good gambler. Especially with the right call, which does 1,000 points of damage to the opponent. And with the set, calls it a turn. Shadow Dude sets a back row and tributes for Thunder Dragon. I thought that boy was on our side, but apparently not. and attacks Gambler Bunny, but ooh, Scrap Iron Scarecrow ruins that plan. And God, do I hate the satellite rowing regulators. I remember being able to. Anyway, our Gambler legend starts to show cracks when calling Bunny wrong, taking the damage instead. But a redemption arc with a summon of Snipe Hunter to 360 no-scope, the Thunder Dragon away, switching Bunny to attack a full-on assault to the opponent's life points. Looks like Shadow Dude activates Grave Robber to take the gold moon coin Gregor ditched for Snipe Hunter, its effect, and immediately uses it, which puts it back into Gregor's hand as the drawback of digging in someone else's garbage. And then, with Gold Moon Coin, gives 2 cards to our boy Gregor to draw 2 off the top of the deck. Once again, almost equivalent exchange. And look who's back, our extra bubble hero. And if history repeats itself...
And it's a little Phoenix Wind Blast. You see, I'm gonna discard 1 card of control, maybe this Surge Bull Ray Toka you gave me. And I suppose I target 1 card you control and send it to top of deck. Or in this case, top of extra deck, right?
Never mind. Gregor's turn again, and once again, calls wrong on the Gamble Bunny, doing more damage to himself. Snipe Hunter effects to take out the lizard, and another monster from Gregor brings Shadow Army Guy to 500 life points. But unless he adds something to out the Scrap Iron, this duel is lost for him. He does get another Thunder Dragon out, but ends his turn. Gregor out here about to BM his opponent. He calls Gamble Bunny, but God, it's another swing and a miss. Goes for Snipe Hunter, and once again, a shame, misses that too. But being a good gambler, I respect the grind Gregor is on. And oh my God, a Metal Morph. Actually, I think this is a funnier way to BM the opponent, because with the attack of the Gambler Bunny to the Thunder Dragon, that's exactly 500 points of life points. And if you're mathing along with me, Gregor's gambling is now at a whopping 42 success rate, almost like my win ratio. Well, folks, that's the end of this episode. Poor Cat has to wait for her chance in the spotlight, but don't wait for my recap. These things are terrible. Go watch the actual episode in the series. Enjoy the drama, the incitement, the pack openings in the beginning or end of the stream. And remember, for all your pack needs, visit our sponsor, Wicked Phantom Dealer.